Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to 5 Questions With. Last week we had some amazing guests on the show, and boy, did we deep dive into their worlds. But here's the best part. We also uncovered their fun and playful sides. Our host, Scott Fullerton, has a treat for you today. You see, 5 Questions isn't just about serious stuff. We like to keep it light and quirky too. We ask questions that let our guests show their wonderfully unique and playful sides. Imagine this. What would they do if they woke up as a squirrel one day? Or what's their favorite ice cream flavor that describes their personality? It's all about bringing out their hidden quirks and having a blast along the way. We believe that even the most successful and accomplished individuals have a fun side, and we're here to celebrate that. So get ready to witness the fun and playful side of our extraordinary guests. You'll laugh, you'll smile, and you might just discover a thing or two about them that you never knew. So sit back, grab a drink, and get ready for the show.
All right, everyone. If it's Tuesday, it's time for another 5 Questions With right here on the Left of Str8 show. I am so excited to have back our interview from last week. The fantastic Mr. Sam Irvin is back. If you missed that interview, check out the link below. We talked all about his newest book that is right there in front of him, all about this fantastic Frankenstein miniseries that was on TV. You got to listen to the whole interview. Just amazing, everything that's in there. Sam, welcome back to the show, my friend.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
You ready to do a little 5 Questions With?
Hit me with your best shot.
All right. Question number 1. You are one of the absolute masters of the horror genre, but you're also the master of Hallmark type family movies. What 2 monsters would make a great Hallmark movie together, and what would the plot be?
Oh, wow. That's an interesting one. Okay. Well, you know, people have always wanted to bring together Elvira and Dolly Parton. And I think you could do a hell of a Christmas themed horror something or other with those 2 ladies, and it's always been a dream of mine. I'm not sure it's ever going to happen, but that would be a lot of fun.
That would be amazing, is what that would be. Oh my
Now,
God.
the question is bringing 2 horror characters. I don't know that Dolly Parton really qualifies for that, but can you imagine if she played like a long lost relative of Elvira who also was
Oh my
goth or
gosh.
something? It would be hilarious. I think you could really have fun with it.
That would be so great. I would love that. All right. Question number 2. It's one of my favorite questions I ask a lot of my interviewees. You've interviewed and worked with so many masters in horror in the past. If you were going to throw a dinner party and bring back 3 actors or creators who've passed, who would it be? And the foodie me wants to know, what would you serve?
Oh man, that's interesting. Okay. Well, I mean, in my book, it's a good way to plug my book. I was a teenage monster hunter. How I met Vincent Price, Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing, and more. Well, there you go. Those are the 3 that I would want to have at a dinner party. Vincent Price, Christopher Lee, and Peter Cushing. That would be the most amazing dinner party ever. And I think we would have to, foodie wise, we would have to go with Vincent Price's recipes because he was a gourmet and wrote cookbooks and whatnot. I have this amazing, huge cookbook that he did, but he famously talked about all the time on talk shows and everything else about his way of cooking fish, and he would wrap it in foil and put all the spices and the butter and whatever else, and he would cook it in the dishwasher.
Oh my goodness, how funny.
Yes, and I've never actually done it myself, and I think this would be the perfect opportunity to do that.
I would love that. That would be fun to see how that turns out. All right. Now, speaking of those 2, we talked about in your last couple of news, you're famously friends with Elvira. You became friends with Vincent Price.
Yes.
Is there anyone, and we talked about this in this interview, so it might be the same person, but is there anyone doing horror now that you don't really know that you would like to meet? And we talk about an up and coming one in the interview.
Yes, well, there is this director, Sebastian Silva, that I've fallen in love with his work. I wouldn't say his films are horror films. They're definitely thrillers, more in the Hitchcockian sort of vein, and also very gay. I would certainly love to meet him. But if I was to pick somebody in the real horror genre, um, that's an interesting question. Who would it be? Um, I would love to sit down with Jordan Peele. I I think his films are really interesting, and I would love to have him. I'd love to get to know him better for sure. And I also was a huge fan of him when he was on Mad TV and stuff. And I know that he has a
Great,
great sense of humor, and that would be really fun too.
great pick. A good choice on that one. All right. Question number 4. This is silly. All right, this is another one I like to ask everybody. If you and your fantastic hubby were to go on a reality show together, would you rather do a dancing show, a singing show, a cooking show, a crafting show, or a survival show, and who would win?
Oh my God. Well, I mean, the one show that type of show well, two types of shows that they haven't mentioned would be a fashion show, which I think is where I would want to go, like Project Runway or Making the Cut.
Right?
Um, and I think my husband would really, really dig that as well. Um, but what about RuPaul's Drag Race, people? What's going on here? I mean, I've only done drag once in my entire life, and it wasn't really legitimate because I still had a full beard, and I didn't take it all the way. And I was playing. It was a mystery party, and I was playing sort of an Agatha Christie, Miss Marple sort of character of an old dowager. Um, but I could get into what was the series that sort of spin-off series that RuPaul did with
Oh, secret celebrity
yes, the
drag
Secret
race?
Celebrity thing where you would have them be mentored by a drag queen and teaching you how to do drag. I think that would be the most fun on the planet. That would be amazing.
I'm talking to Jenna Ushkowitz that was on it with her friend Kevin McHale. In a little bit, I'll have to have her hint to the producers there. I love that.
There you go.
Very
I'm there.
cool. All right, and question number 5. We talked about you've been in locations everywhere shooting your mainstream movies and the horror things. What is your favorite location you've ever shot at?
Wow, that's an interesting question. I mean, Romania was pretty amazing. Um, just when we were shooting on actual locations was always amazing. When we were in Transylvania, shooting the exterior of Elvira's the castle that Elvira goes to, Castle Halsabus. It was this amazing church from the I don't know like the 1300s or something. And we actually revisited there this past May when Cassandra Peterson and I took a tour group there to revisit all those places. That was amazing. But the other thing was building sets at the local studios there. And that was my favorite as well because you could get cheap labor there. You could actually, on low budget films, you could afford to build the most incredible sets. And I had the most incredible production designer named Radu Korchaba, and I showed him the Roger Corman films that we were wanting to emulate, and he built an entire Pit and the Pendulum set, from the ground up, and had Hieronymus Bosch murals on the walls and all this stuff. I mean, it's just amazing. So when I think of my favorite place to shoot, it would be Romania for all those reasons. Um, the second and third season of Dante's Cove, well, I'll tell you on Dante's Cove, this was the gay supernatural series. I directed all 3 seasons. The first season was shot in the Caribbean on Grand Turk in the Turks and Caicos Islands. And you think, oh, that sounds really exotic and fabulous. And it was beautiful when you were on the beaches and looking out at the water and whatnot. But once you got inland a little bit, um, it was not all that glamorous. It may have built up now. I mean, we were shooting that back in 2005, and I'm sure it's gotten a lot better in the intervening years. But at the time, there were cows on the roads. The roads were, not very well kept, and it was just not the greatest. For the second and third season, we went to Hawaii, and we were based out of Turtle Bay Resort in the North Shore of Oahu.
Love that place.
I know. I mean,
I
talk
stayed a
about
week there. I love Turtle Bay.
luxury central and just the most beautiful locations everywhere. And so, that in terms of just luxury and fabulosity, that was the best for sure.
I've been to Hawaii 7 times. I never did the North Shore until I stayed at Turtle Bay, and I fell in love with North Shore
Yeah,
after I went there. It was gorgeous.
yeah, it really
I
was.
love that. Very cool. Well, Sam Irvin, you created 5 questions. You made it through. Yay.
Woo!
Let all my listeners know again, you do these fantastic stories and pictures on Facebook, and then you kind of chop them down for Instagram. Let them know where they can find you on Facebook and Instagram.
Yes, on Facebook, I'm just Sam Irvin, and that's my wheelhouse. That's where I can have unlimited text for my long stories. And then I also post on Instagram, but I have to sometimes edit the stories because they have a text limit. And I'm on Instagram as Sam_Irvin_director.
Perfect. Well, guys, you have to get these 2 books. Hold them up for me, Sam. We
Yes.
are, if you have not picked up one of the copies yet, be sure to go get one. They're good. All major retailers. You can find them any book outlet.
Well,
And be sure to listen to our full interviews.
These are available on Amazon.
There you go. All right.
Yep.
Amazon.com. Check out my full interview with Sam down below. Sam, thanks for being on the Left of Str8 show. Have a great afternoon, my friend. Talk to you later,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thanks, Scott.
Bye-bye.
Take care, everybody. Bye.
Well, hello, everyone. If it's Tuesday, it's time for another 5 Questions with. Today, I'm bringing back my very special guest, Miss Ada Vox is in the house. We had a great interview with Ada last week. If you missed it, be sure to check the link below. Such a great talent, such a fantastic person. Ada, thanks for being on the show. How are we doing?
I'm wonderful. Good to see you on this lovely Tuesday.
There you go. And we're going to play a little 5 Questions with. Are you ready to go?
Ready.
Oh, I love it. There we go. All righty. Question number 1. Of course, we know about you from reality TV, American Idol, Queen of the Universe. So outside of a good old singing competition, what reality show would you like to compete in? And how do you think you would do in like a dancing show, a survival show, a cooking show, or a crafty show?
Oh gosh, I want to go on a cooking show. I love to cook, and I would really, I'd probably fail miserably, but I'd love to try MasterChef.
Nice. I love that. What is your specialty? What do you make for that handsome hubby of yours?
Well, this dish is not particularly complex. I don't even know what it would be called technically. But it's just like a pasta. I love pasta. I get angel hair pasta, and the thing that everybody loves and keeps asking for, my sister begs me every day for the recipe, is I make a cream cheese beurre blanc style sauce. So it's just essentially a beurre blanc base, but I season it up in my own way, and I do blocks of cream cheese to emulsify into everything to make it one very thick and luscious, super unhealthy sauce. And it's just wonderful. It's very simple, it's very homey, it's very comforting. A little white wine, a little cream cheese, a little bit, whatever to make everything come together and beautiful. And that's essentially my signature dish. Super easy, not super technical or complex, but very delicious.
Sounds amazing. We're big foodies here in Left of Str8 Show. You have to come back and do a cooking segment with us sometime.
Yes, please.
All right, question number 2. What's the most fabulous outfit you've ever performed in? Can you describe it to us?
Oh, goodness. Y'all actually haven't seen it yet. But
really?
I have an outfit that I'm walking the red carpet with in a short couple of weeks here in Vegas. And I'll post pictures, but there's feathers, it's pink, it's rhinestoned, it's big, and we're gonna be giving showgirl realness. You'll see.
There you go. Keep on that social, boys and girls. We're going to give that again at the end here. I love that. All right, question number 3. What's the strangest or maybe funniest thing that's ever happened to you while performing? Do you have a good horror story for us?
Oh goodness. While I'm performing, the craziest, weirdest, strangest thing to have happened to me. I honestly cannot say that I had any particularly
Really?
crazy experience. I have been like ambushed by fans. I have been groped and grabbed and pulled every which way, but never on stage. It's always when I'm coming off stage at the meet and greet, someone notices me in public. I have people that have posted pictures of me from across a restaurant and like tagged me in it and said, we were so afraid to, go say hi. And they'll post it on Instagram and literally be like, oh my gosh, that's Ada Vox from like all the way across the restaurant. And I'll see it later. And I'm just like shoving a fork in my mouth. But nothing on stage. Stuff like that is always fun,
That's good. They're mesmerized by your performance. That's what it is. All right, question number 4, Ada. If your life was a movie, what would its title be and who would you want to play you?
Oh gosh. So I think the person I'd want to play me, just because I love her so much, is probably Melissa McCarthy. I
Yes.
love her, and I just think our personalities would mirror each other fairly well naturally. And what would it be called? The oh, huh. Not even get on that. So something like the the journey that made the voice of drag. I don't know.
There you go. Untitled the Ada Vox story. I like it. Very good.
Very easy.
All right. Question number 5. If you had a time machine and you could go back and give yourself a little advice or go forward to see your future achievements, which would you rather do? Look back or look forward?
I'd love to look back because I know that if I had discovered my power sooner, that I would be much closer to achieving my goals at this point in time. I had goals set in place that I wanted to have done by 30. I just turned 30. I'm old as hell. So I had things that I wanted to have done by now that I haven't quite gotten to yet. And I know that if I caught myself at a younger age and said, try this, discover this part of yourself, figure this out, that I would have made those things happen by now. But it's fine because life is a journey. I'm glad where I am because I have so much knowledge and so many ideas because of everything I've been through and where I know I can realistically go from here. That I'm glad for everything that I've experienced and all of the tiny missteps I may have made, but I don't have any regrets.
There you go. Great answer. I forgot I am doing a bonus question with everyone because we are in the spooky season here of October. Outside of drag, do you have any Halloween costume that was one of your favorites?
Absolutely not. I hate Halloween. I am a really bad gay. I'm going to get canceled, I'm sure. I don't like decorating. I don't like holidays. I don't like holidays. I know the gays are going to hate me, but my husband has the front of the house with like 7 different inflatables and spider webs and skeletons and ghosts hanging everywhere and fall decor coming in the house. And I'm just like, you do whatever you want, honey. I'm going to sit here in my basketball shorts and t-shirt. And every time I get up and drag is Halloween for me. So that's about
I love
it.
it. That's amazing. I'm the same way. I'm like half a good gay. I'm not the Halloween gay. I'm the Christmas gay. So I like to decorate and have a lot of fun, have Christmas parties. But Halloween, I could take or leave. I appreciate it. Well, Ada Vox, you made it through 5 and a bonus question. Thanks so much for being with us. Remind everyone where they can find your amazing website to keep track of your upcoming appearances, see these great videos and songs, and where they can find you on social media.
Yep, AdaVoxOfficial.com or on social media everywhere, just at AdaVox, everything from Twitter to PayPal. So thank you so much. Make sure you follow me and send me all the love on there. Give me likes and comments and tell me I'm beautiful.
There you go. And you are, my dear. Ada Vox, thanks for playing 5 questions. Guys, we appreciate you tuning in. Like I said, if you missed our full interview, we had a great chat. Go ahead and check the link below. And be back next Tuesday, because if it's Tuesday, it's always time for 5 questions with. Thanks for listening to Left of Str8 show right here in the Left of Str8 Radio Network. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to The Left of Str8 Show. Be sure to subscribe on your favorite podcast distributor, and please give us a 5-star rating so more listeners can find us. You can follow us on social media, and be sure to check out our website, www.leftofstraightradio.com, for contests and other news and information. See you next week.